Hey everybody, this is Brenda at KBW Bargains, and this is a what sold over the weekend. I hope you guys are having, today's the 4th of July, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day and being safe. I have some great sales for the weekend. I have 23 altogether. I have 12 on eBay, 10 on Poshmark, and 1 on Mercari. But that 1 on Mercari is like 8 sales, so I'll take it. But I just got done going to the parade. Whew, it's hot out there. It started at 10, it's over by 11:30. We have a long parade, but it's over and it's hot and I'm ready to cool off inside. So let's get right into sales for eBay. The first one is a Nike Oregon Ducks Dry Fit Heritage hat. Sold that for $9. I have a lot of things going on sale right now to get rid of old inventory, but this one was just on an offer. That was listed a long time ago, so I was glad to get that out of my inventory. Next item is a Vans hoodie, really nice condition. I listed that back in March and sold that for $20 and just sold that on an offer. That wasn't on one of my sales. The next item is a Carhartt button-up relaxed fit short sleeve shirt. It's a good size, 2XL. It was listed last year because it doesn't have this year in the SKU. Sold that for $19. I was happy with that price, but I thought it would have gone a little faster. Being short sleeve, being Carhartt, being a 2XL, I thought it would have been gone and out of my inventory. But I've had it for a while, and so it probably went down on the list. That just took an offer. That wasn't on one of sales either. The next item is a Volmax cycling jersey. I really like cycling jerseys, and I find them a lot at the bins. I got this one, and most of my cost for clothing is $1 to $2 at the bins, unless it's a jacket or a coat. Sold that for $9. That was on an offer. That was listed last year. I don't have this year's in the SKU. And are you guys running sales? Do you guys run sales in yours? I run mine Monday through Thursday, and then I run another one on Friday through Sunday. And I usually run 2 sales for each of those times. I run one really, right now I'm doing a steep discount of 40% off old items. And then I'm running one for, I'm doing a 4th of July sale. And then I'm also doing a, like a fall winter type of sale to get all my old fall and winter from last year out of my inventory. So I run 2 sales. And that's been working great for me. Next item is a Columbia XCO 3/4 sleeve women's seersucker shirt. Now the seersucker shirts, that sold for $12. That wasn't on one of my sales, must have been on an offer. But seersucker is a very light material. It's great for hiking and outdoors. And I was surprised that didn't go, because usually all my hiking gear goes really fast, better than some of my winter items. Next up is Columbia Omni Shield straight leg hiking pants. I just listed these in June, and they sold for $15.95 right out. I can tell because I usually end all my new listings at $95, and so that one bought outright. Hiking pants, especially the nylon lightweight, will go really fast for me. I've had no problem selling them. Next item up is a wrestler. We got these in a bundle. It sold for $20. I was nice with that. But we got a big, huge bundle of them, like 98 wrestlers with a bunch of other toys, huge amount of toys. And so if we were to do each piece, it came within, like 50 cents, 25 cents. And we've already sold 2 or 3 of them at like $35. Crazy. But now the sales are starting to slow down. Once they get really slow, I'll probably bundle some of them up. But with the sale of $20 for a 7-inch wrestler, I'll take it. Next up is Case Logic double-sided game case. We sold that for $11.74. We sold that on a 25% promotion that I'm doing for the sale. I was happy to see that go, because Case Logic, we've had this one for a long time, but when we started reselling about 4 years ago, Case Logic was going great for us. Every time we get it, we wouldn't keep it for more than 3 months for sure. never that long. And we would go to the bins and we would find them full of CDs and DVDs, and we would just take those out and keep the case. And all it takes is a quick washing and they're really clean. And they sold well for us. But here lately, not so much. So I have stopped getting Case Logics when I see them at the bins. Next up, I had listed this month. Time flies, but I think I got this within the last 2 weekends of garage selling. There was a lady who did, it's a beanie, but it is an Olympic beanie. It has the Olympic logo on it. It's got a ski logo on the front. We sold that for $11.95. They bought it outright. I had plenty of offers on it, and I sent offers on it, but someone bought it for full price. But there was somebody had a garage sale, and in the garage sale, I don't know if she was part of a U.S. ski team, but there was U.S. and Canada ski wear, and I had a headband that had the U.S. ski team on there, and that already sold. But I've never heard of this brand. I looked it up and couldn't find much on it, and I said, oh well, U.S. Olympic, anything with that, and it sold pretty fast for me. I'm liking that. A beanie in the summer. Yeah, they were getting ready. Next up is a Dakine tote bag crossbody. I love Dakine. It's $29.95. They bought it outright. This is another one. I had plenty of offers and I sent offers, and nobody would give me the price that I wanted, so we kept going back and forth, and somebody bought it at full price because $95 is my asking price, or $29.95 is my asking price, and they paid it. Listed that in May. There was somebody that had a garage sale, and she actually worked for Dakine, and somebody gave her this, the company gave her this because she just got a baby, and she used it as a baby bag, but it's pretty much a tote bag for travel, and I would consider an overnight tote, but it's in great condition. I'm not sure if she even used it for the purpose that it was given to her for. And I bought some wallets, and Dakine sells fast for me. I think I still have the wallets in there, but I've had plenty of offers on that. And since that is one of those items I'm going to hold out for because it is a good brand. So I'm waiting for somebody to give me the right price. Next up is a multi-sack crossbody faux leather. It has texture on it. It sold it for $17. That was given to me, or that sold as an offer. I can tell by the 00. It doesn't show that it was on a sale, but I had just gotten that in May. And I like multi-sack along with Bagolini. They do great for me. Usually, I don't usually get faux leather. I usually do the nylon polyester crossbody purses, the travel kind. But this was so cute. I had to get it, and it was clean, nothing wrong with it. And it was an easy sale. I was willing to sit on it for a little bit longer, just thinking that because it was faux leather, and I usually don't do faux leather. Next up, last item is the Eddie Bauer Trayvax short sleeve button up 2XL. I listed this in April, and it sold for $15 on an offer. It wasn't on a sale. But Trayvax Eddie Bauer, I really like that. That is their outdoor wear. It sells really fast. That's one of those models, style, that's popular in the Eddie Bauer. And so when you're trying to sell that, that's a good keywords for that. All right, next up is Poshmark. And Poshmark I'm happy with. They had some great sales on there. 10, I'm happy with 10. That's about average that I do on the weekends. I do 10 to about, I think last week I sold 12, but 10 to, well, actually 8 to 12 is a pretty good average for the weekend for Poshmark. And I do Poshmark VA, trying to get, so that pretty much does it for me. I redo listings. Well, actually, it relists listings that are 90 days or older. I do that, and then I think I do sharing six times a day, maybe a little bit more in the evening. But I have a Poshmark VA that works that, and so it goes great for me. I think it's well worth it when you're doing Poshmark. All right, so on Poshmark, starting with the USA volleyball sweatshirt, men's small, we had I think we showed this in one of our last haul videos. It's a really nice sweatshirt, very clean, very soft. Maybe used maybe once or twice. I'm not quite sure, but it was huge. When we in the haul we were showing it, we thought it was maybe a woman's large, and then it said small. So I said it's got to be a men's small, or volleyball players are built different, but it was a good size for a large, I can think. $22 on that. I was happy. Patagonia, love Patagonia. That sells fast for us. Don't have it in there very long, and if you price it just right, it will go fast. And I thought I would sit on this a little bit longer because I haven't had much experience with Patagonia youth apparel, but this was a pullover. I put it under a quarter zip pullover sweater, youth XL. It's a polyester fleece lined. Sold that for $31. I had that for $35. Somebody gave me an offer of $31. I took it. It was listed probably not even a week. And so I was happy with that. But Patagonia is one of those that sells fast at the right price. And I try not to price on eBay, I price my items a little bit higher, that and Poshmark a little bit higher, because I do take offers, and I take a lot of offers on those sites because I like to move things. And so I price them a little bit higher, and if you give me an offer, a reasonable offer, I'm willing to negotiate. Next up is Jambu, JBU, Charlie Encore flats. I would consider these kind of like a Mary Jane type. They sold for $25. I love Jambu. I don't keep them very long. We could fly through those really fast. That is a shoe that's a bread and butter for me because we get them a lot at the bins, and I don't know why, but we find a lot of them in really good condition, and I'm not sure if they're getting them at Goodwills and they high price them, because our Goodwills here in the Pacific Northwest, I haven't found one that's reasonable. I see people, back east or in other areas that say, oh, you go to Goodwill and their shoes are $5, $6 a pair, no matter what. Ours, somebody's working it. They're putting eBay prices and sometimes over eBay prices on everything. They don't have just a set price for stuff. It varies. And so you can find shoes for $100. You can find shoes for even really overused shoes, bad shoes, cracking, peeling, whatever, and they have it for sometimes $12, $15, and you're like, oh my gosh. So I'm not quite sure why, but in the bins I find the Jambu JBU shoes really good condition, and I pick them up every single time. They get overlooked. I don't know what other people are looking for, but I pick them up. Highly recommend that brand. Next brand is Exficio Buzz Off Shorts, women's large, perfect size. Sold for $13. I had just gotten that because we had just done probably, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. We had done a haul video from the Goodwill bins, and that was one of the items that we showed. And it sold for $13, and I was happy with that. Usually shorts, especially that brand, I'll put it for about $15. I probably took an offer, or they sent me an offer of $13. I have Poshmark set, so if anybody likes an item, it automatically sends an offer of 10%, I believe. So that was probably sent to them an offer and they took it. But I really like that brand. I haven't sold a whole lot in shorts. I've sold some in the convertible pants and in the long sleeve, short sleeve shirts. They're all hiking material. It all has the nylon polyester material, and I really like it. Next item is Columbia cargo shorts, men's 44W 10 length. Great hiking outdoors. It's canvas, which isn't one of the faster selling ones, but they sold for $20. I was happy with that. I probably had it for about $27, hoping to take an offer. But the canvas doesn't sell as fast as like the nylon or polyester, but it's sold, and I'm happy with that to get it out of the inventory. Next item is NBA. That was what's on the tag. So NBA jogger sweatpants, drawstring waist, sold for $15. The joggers, I really like. Any sweat pants that are joggers. Those are the ones I get. I don't usually get any other ones. The only other, let's see, we just sold a pair of either the full zip or full snap all the way up the leg. Those sell really well for us. But other than, and then the only other, they're not really sweatpants. They're more like running windbreaker pants. Those sell really well. But joggers and sweatpants are the ones I try to pick up. And that sold for $15. I was happy with that. And that one I just listed this month, or June, I should say June. We're in July already. Next item is a Head Revolt Indoor Pickleball Tennis shoe. This was a brand new shoe, size 12. Sold for $44. I did have that, I believe, for $59. Somebody sent me an offer that had been in our inventory for a long time. I don't know if it was a size. It was a size 12. That's a big size. But they sent an offer, and I said, I need to get some of my shoes out. I got a lot of shoes in my inventory, so I got those a lot on my sales. Next item is a Gear for Sports Coast Guard Pullover Windbreaker Mesh Lining Extra Large Men's. Sold it for $20. I just got this from the bins probably last week before. I think we had shown that in one of our haul videos just here recently. Sold for $20, and I really like it. Anything that has armed services, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or even the Coast Guard, they sell well for us. I try to buy them, anything that has that. I had cycling jerseys that had the Coast Guard, and they had the red, white, and blue. I have ones long sleeve, short sleeve, and those sold instantly when I put them up. So I was happy, and so I support those, and it doesn't matter the brands. If it's got that on there, it will sell, for me anyway. I have the best luck with them. Next item is Skechers Crossbar all-terrain shoes. These are like a hiking shoe. They are a wide fit men's 11. Sold them for $30. I really like these shoes. They were in great condition. We hadn't had them very long, probably about 2 months. Size 11, I don't know if that's the average. I would think 9 or 10 is probably a good size. But size 11, found the right buyer, sold them for $30. They got a deal. Next up and last item is Hawaiian Designer Christmas Ornament Holiday Slippers. This was actually what it said on the box. It's basically flip-flops with floral design on them, but they were only about 3 inches. They were not very big at all. And but they were really cute. And I sold those for $10. I had them for $13. They sent me an offer. I had them probably in my inventory less than a month. So people are already buying ornaments. Do you guys start selling your Christmas and winter stuff now? Because that's usually how I do my clothing, especially because I do a lot of seasons. I don't just buy t-shirts. Well, I do. I buy anything, but I usually put it away. I don't list it right away. But so all through from January, I stopped from January until the end of June. I put away all my winter clothes. I put them up and I start listing my summer items in January. And then I list them until the end of June. And then from July to the end of December, I will list all my winter clothes and put my summer clothes on sale. And so that's how I do it. So right now I'm trying to list all my winter items. I got a lot of flannel shirts. I'll do the coats, because that's hard for me to find. When we go to the bins, we're starting to see more of the winter items, the sweaters, the coats, the jackets. And so when you're doing that, that's how I do it. And it's worked for me. And because I do sales for winter items and so forth, and try to work that out, get all the old inventory out. And so I'm selling shorts in January, but people buy them just like I'm selling beanies and coats and sweaters and ornaments now for the winter time. So do you guys do that for your seasonal stuff? That's what I do, because I'm not finding very much summer stuff at the bins right now. It's all winter clothes, which is fine. I'll just I'll start listing it now, but I put it up. And so right now, if I find, I'm doing a few summer items, trying to get them in at the last, but come September, I won't do any summer stuff. That will usually be put up on a shelf, and I'll list it come January. All right. So for Macari, and Macari is one of my slowest things, and I was And I kind of need your opinion. How do you guys do Macari? Because I'm finding I'm getting less sales, and I think it has a lot to do with their shipping. I hear a lot of people, they say, well, I did a sale and I will pirate ship it because it's cheaper. So they offer free shipping, and then they ship off the site on pirate ship because it's cheaper. Macari is great for anything under 8 ounces because it goes for $4.99. But anything over 8 ounces, if it's 9 ounces, first class to a pound, it's $7.40. That's a little crazy. On eBay, it's, I can, let's see, 9 to 12 is $5.99. 13 ounces to a pound is $6.99. And then I can pretty much, after that, it's a lot cheaper. I mean, it's not a lot cheaper, but it looks good on paper when people see, you know, $5.99 or $6.99 instead of $7.40 or $7.50. I'm not quite sure what it is. It just looks better, especially if they see a t-shirt and it's, you know, like a heavyweight t-shirt. And then for a lot of things that are over a pound and under 2 pounds, I think their FedEx is $9.70, $9.40, $9.50. But on eBay, if I can fit it into a flat rate envelope, it's $8.50. And sometimes it's even cheaper than that. If it's local, I can get it sometimes for $7.60 for priority mail. And it's the prices are a little, so if you can send me some feedback or comment in the bottom what you do for Macari, because I may have to change the way I do that and do the shipping off that line and offer free shipping and just do it separately, because the sales, I don't get very many sales on Macari. And so I'd like to boost that up. And so if you can tell me what you guys do, I'd appreciate it. But the one item I had on Macari, I'm happy with. Like I said, it's equivalent to about eight items, the price I sell them at. But we sold a CAD Equitech. Hey guys, a quick correction. This is, I kept calling this a speaker. It's actually a microphone, CAD Equitech. It sold it for $166. I actually had it for $180, $190 because on eBay, it's a vintage, but there was actually more sold than listed or about the same, but they were high end, almost $220 to to a low end, and most of those were on auctions. So I set it high and waited for the right buyer and for an offer, and they sent an offer of $166, and I said, it's good, it's gold, ready to go. Now I had taken this off of eBay because eBay, there was a person from Australia, I believe, that sent me an offer, and then he sent me a question. Is the battery clean? Is the battery corroded in any way? And I was like, I don't know, this thing is vintage. I have no idea how to take the battery pack off. So I had taken it off of eBay until I could figure out those questions and make sure that it works and make sure the battery is clean and figure that out. And so I figured out how to get it apart and take off the battery pack and take off the cover, excuse me. And it wasn't corroded, it wasn't anything. And while I was doing that, I did not take it off my other sites because that kind of stuff doesn't sell very fast on the other sites. And so I checked it all. It came out pristine clean and very nice. And so I decided I was going to relist it, but then I got this offer, and this was pretty much the offer the other people sent me. And I hate to say it, but Macari has lower fees. So I decided to take it off of this site instead of listing it back onto eBay. And so I went ahead and did that. But I was happy with that sale on Macari. So I was, and I'm glad that everything came out clean, took off the cover, and it was really nice. So those are all the sales that I have. I was happy with all of them. I hope you guys had some great sales over the weekend and continue to have sales throughout the week. And I hope you have a safe and happy 4th of July, and I will see you next time.